Hello everybody, my name is Farmer Phil, and in today's video we have a new piece of equipment has landed to the yard. It's a piece of equipment that we have been longing for for a long time, and it's just after arriving. And of course, yeah, it's pissing rain, as it does. Like, you may have already known what it is by the thumbnail, maybe you don't, but it's just after arriving into the yard, so let's get unloaded and see what it's like. But yeah, very exciting. And here we have it, 531-70 JCB for the farm. We get better look just unloading it there now. It's coming with a grain bucket especially, which is, yes, very much needed. You can see the difference between the two buckets. Just sits up that bit more square, or hold a bit more. So yeah, definitely be a great job when it comes to emptying stuff. So it's a 2016 machine, and with a hitch on the back, which is something that I was very much wanting, so it was. We'll be able to move yokes about a bit more easier. But yeah, this is what's arrived. Get it unloaded and then have a look at it in the shed, where we can actually have a better look at it. The reversing beeper's good and loud on it anyways. Forks must be in the bucket. Here we have the new teleporter and our old reliable 520-50. So just after feeding the cattle. So yeah, the 520-50, as you can probably tell and have seen for a while, she is quite shook. Got a lot of work done to it there last while, because we knew that machine was coming and we wanted to make sure that the 520 was put back right. So there was all new kingpin bearings, brakes, bushings, a lot of work done to it. It's still tacky on the outside. I put the door on it and Father Phil took the door back off it, and the bonnet we're to put back on it, but we have to cut out a hole for the new exhaust, because we had to change the exhaust. The exhaust was on it was forever breaking welds and falling off. But yeah, that is the size difference, so it's quite substantial, I think anyways. It's a big step up into that machine from what we're used to. Driving around the yard now is going to take a bit of getting used to. So it's what we have now is a 531-70 Agri Super. So you may notice it is on road tyres. So to my understanding, this machine was a landscaper's machine in Dublin, and there's 4,000 hours on it. That's why it's on road tyres. So we're just after twisting these down. We live to twist these wherever you want. So I think down is quite good for us. Keep it right. And for me, the biggest thing I like about this machine, this. With a hitch on it, means we can, if we had a small trailer, we could move it, which hopefully I get my hands on one. We can move it around, load bales and move it. Be a great job, I think. So it's a 2016 machine. It is a pre-add glue, so there's no add glue. Straightforward. Engine on the side. Got the full works and services in ECI before coming as far as us. Now I give a big thank you to Dennis and ECI for sorting us out with it. We also said we wanted a grain bucket, so we have an MDE grain bucket. So that should make, comparatively to what was on that to this, should be able to move a nice bit of grain. I'd like to think that should move half a ton maybe. Anyways, you'll also know on this bucket here, it's kind of mounted slightly different, so it's kind of pushed up more. It's not like flat face down, so it's quick release on this. The forks are way ahead, they're just over there, just ordinary forks. It's a pretty full spec machine. I don't think there's an auto greaser on it. I don't think there is. Pipes on it for clipping. So inside the cab, have some great comfort. We have heater, aircon. No more sweating ourselves in the spring or in the summer when we're at hay. Let's turn around, show you the control center. We have a radio. So yeah, there's going to be a lot of new saw lights that side. You have 4-wheel steer, front steer, crab steer. You have your boom in and out, and this goes a long way out. So the 531-70 is a 3.5 ton lift with a 7 meter reach. So I think the boom goes out 2 meters. So that's 1.5, and that goes to 2. 2.5? Goes 2.5 meters, the boom. So it goes a long way out. So it does. It's definitely much bigger. It's going to take a lot of getting used to, because we're more in the center in the 520-50, whereas in this we are to one side because you've the engine that side of you. So you have brake clutching on the brake, so you put your foot on the clutch, she takes out her drive, you have lifted, she's on. Boom suspension, auto gearbox, she goes to 7. Reversing fan on it, so if we do go on silage, which we're contemplating, it's not going to replace the veneering, but it could be a second machine on a pit, which sometimes we do need, especially on our own. You flick that, that stops the fan, reverses the fan to blow off and clean all the wiper blades and that. You also have a rattling bucket, so I'll just show you the rattling bucket. So if I flick, so these are more controls here, flick that to the center, that rattles the bucket. So then I'll push this button and then turn to the side, and she'll rattle the bucket, empty whatever's in it. Just flick that off. So I think that when you turn that off, that changes the auxiliaries. So there's 2 auxiliaries on it, so there's an auxiliary going to the front for the quick release and for shear grab or whatever on that, and then there's an auxiliary then goes to the back on this for the hitch. Probably more to figure out. That's for pulling the latch there for the hitch, and then you can flick that right the way back if you want a constant supply of oil. If you were if you were running a road brush or something like that, that's what you do that with. So yeah, it's very, very neat, very, very tidy. It's going to take a bit of getting used to because of the sheer size of this machine compared to what we're used to. For just navigating around the yard, it's definitely, I feel like it's definitely going to take a bit of getting used to, because I really do not want to damage it. Well, I keep it right. It's the 520 has seen its fair share of abuse to leave it in the state it's in. So this is a new machine. Let's drive it out of the way. Maybe before the end of this video we'll do some work with it. Currently there's not much I can do. We have the grain bucket, we're not going to grain, and we have the pallet forks, but we will be buying a shear grab for it, or a shear bucket more like. We're currently looking at a Red Rock or an OCE. The Red Rock's much more expensive than the OCE. OCE is done slightly different than any shear bucket I have seen before, so we're not just sure. We're kind of debating about it at the minute, which one we'll go for. We're also going to be getting a Euro adapter so we can use the tractor implements, and we're also going to be looking at one of them bale trunks that we keep borrowing off George because they're a savage job. This machine will probably take 2, a double, but whether we buy a double, because if we buy a single it can be a tractor, and this, we buy a double, it's not really a tractor machine. So yeah, we have a couple of bits and bobs we want, implements we want to buy for it, and kind of on that, Liv is the main proprietor of the machine. Is that the right way of saying it? Maybe. So it's going to be minded. Liv will not let it disrepair, and she will be so peeved if anyone does anything to it. So the reason why we went for one of these is purely to increase the efficiency at diet feeding, because currently we're feeding, last year I think it was 8 to 10 ton a day, and with the 520 in the Pro Dig you're getting about 200 kilos of silage, so it was a lot of grabs of silage. Whereas we're hoping to put about a bucket on this, shear bucket that'll hopefully hold about 5 ton of silage. So I know wet and dry makes a difference, but that kind of a scale, just double up how quick that does. Also, now this is a machine that'll do 40k in the road, so it's no bother. You want to tip up to a different shed, you want to go out into fields, load bales, if the 6480 is broken again, you have all them options are available to you, so just things are easier. So this is Liv Amos Barcy, what's wrong? Hello? Yeah, that is the new teleporter. It's going to seriously increase efficiency around the place and just nicer. We still have the 520. The way it's probably going to work is this machine is going to be doing yard work more so than shed work, and the 520 will do shed work because we cannot fit into some of our sheds with this machine. That's why we're hanging on to the 520, because we need it till we redevelop. So first job for the new telly, bringing home the Bowser from just the new farm where we had it, doing a bit of washing, right back to village so I can do another bit of washing. So yeah, just said I'd tip down to see what this was like to pull something. The Bowser is basically empty, so there's no real weight behind me. This machine does do 40k on the road, or about 38, so it's basically 40. And doesn't automatically, it's 4-wheel steer all the way through, so it doesn't automatically go to 2-wheel steer when you hit the high end speed. So it can be a little bit, anyone who's driven 4-wheel steer at a high speed will know what I mean. So you just flick it into 2-wheel, just takes that kind of edginess out of it. So, yeah, pulling this out of home anyways. So, fill up with water and I go do what I'm going to do, but just said I'm from the first job this machine has done. Yes, the video has changed slightly because I'm currently, Liv's after dropping up a hammer to me because we're repairing the combine trying to cut beans. That'll probably be Sunday's video, if not Tuesday's video, depending on whether we get these cut before the rain or not. But today's video was on the new teleporter. I just get Liv's opinion on the teleporter. She's going to be driving it now for maybe not the winter, but definitely in the spring when we go back on the slurry campaign. So how have you found it so far?
I've not used it much yet. Just moved it around the yard.
Yeah, we haven't done much. I think I pushed up a bit of grain while I was away. We didn't get filmed that. I'll be bringing it up later or tomorrow to load straw so we get a good play in it. But for me, it seems a lot bigger than what I'm used to. It's going to take some time to get used to it. But the big thing is we're going to try and keep it right, aren't we? Keep it well serviced and try and keep it tidy, not let what happened to the 520-50 happen to it now. Because try and keep things right, isn't that it? So anyways, that's really it. There's not much more to say. I was hoping I'd get some of the straw moving included, but we're a day behind ourselves on that. But look, anyways, you'll get to see more of it. So yeah, big thanks to ECI, Dennis and ECI for sorting us out. And yeah, hope you enjoyed today's video. As always, please like and subscribe to the channel. Videos every
Tuesday,
Thursday
and
Sunday. That's it from us. Good luck.